Hey everyone, I want to share with you how I go about making my hardcover notebooks. So this is a step-by-step process, start to finish, how I create these notebook covers, wrap them, all of it. So this client ordered custom team notebooks. There is a minimum requirement of 3, but then you get to completely choose your color scheme, including the vinyl wrap color, the finishing color, pocket color, the spiral color, and the corner protector covers. So the colors that you've seen here, this client completely picked out what they wanted. So the process starts with me using a template for my notebook covers made out of chipboard. I put that on this larger chipboard, mark it because I need to cut it down to size. So I'm able to get a full set of notebook covers, a front and a back, out of one large piece of chipboard. So I'm just going to mark that. So then that cutting process goes a lot quicker. I don't have to just measure each one individually. So now it's time to cut these covers apart. I like to use this leftover piece of porcelain tile from a bathroom project we did in my house last year. I found that this is a great tool to use. It gives me a perfect straight edge for my utility knife to cut through. Plus, the weight of the tile helps to stabilize the chipboard so it's not sliding all over the place as I'm cutting. It does take several passes through the chipboard with my utility knife. This is really, really heavy chipboard. It's like writing on a clipboard when you're writing on my notebook. I wanted something that had a really firm surface. I don't like writing on a notebook as I'm standing to where it folds over. I have to stabilize it with my arm. It just gets really awkward. This is not going to do that. It is like writing on a clipboard. Now it's the fun part where I get to start cutting apart the vinyl covers. These are going to cover the outside of each cover, and then I match it with a colored finishing paper to just give it a professional look on the inside, and then create a pocket for the inside front cover. The client, because they are ordering custom notebooks for a team, got to choose what color scheme they want. So they picked this hazelnut color for the vinyl, and then a coffee color finishing paper, and a copper color pocket. So I just take the chipboard that I just cut, place it in there. I know exactly how much clearance I need around it. So I just use my ruler to mark that, cut it apart with my utility knife, and I can get 3 books out of 1 roll of vinyl. Okay, now here's the tricky part. I've got to tear off the adhesive back and then line this up just right so that I get the wrap around my chipboard without getting it kind of all wonky. I want this to be even and straight, and then also try to get as few air bubbles between the vinyl and the chipboard as possible. So there we go. And then I just use a bone folder to help smooth it out, push those air bubbles out, and give it a nice, clean, professional look. Then I make some notches on the corners just so that it's not too bulky when I fold it over. I fold those pieces down, smooth them out with my bone folder, and then they are ready for the next phase. So the next part is the finishing paper. I'm using a green notebook cover that I've got ready to go. Just as a template, I measure that to see how wide I made the finishing paper because I do need to cut it apart. And then I just measure and cut the size I need with my paper cutter. I had been using finishing paper that had an adhesive backing to it, but I had to order a pack that had like 20 different colors in each pack, and that was just leaving me with a lot of unused colors. You would only get 2 sheets of each color in the pack, so I'd have to, if a color was really popular, I'd have to order a ton and then have a lot of waste. So I've since converted to just a really nice cardstock and then using this incredibly sticky double-sided tape to be able to stick it down. This is professional grade double stick tape. This is not the Scotch tape that you just get from the craft store or your grocery store. I ordered this special. It's got this red backing on it that I have to tear off, and trust me, it is super, super sticky. So now I'm getting ready to make the interior pocket, and I have some metallic cardstock paper that I use for that. I cut that down to size and I reinforce it with another piece of just regular cardstock. It's left over from making the tab dividers. So I use the same double-sided tape, it's just a smaller width than what you saw me use on the finishing paper. And then I stick that down around the corner, and then it's time to add the corner protectors. I think the corner protectors just give it a really finished, professional look. It feels really premium, and it also does actually protect the corners. So if you drop your notebook, it's not going to bang up the chipboard. And also, that vinyl can be a little on the sharp side. I wouldn't want anyone to get poked with it. So again, that corner protector does serve an actual purpose, but ultimately, I think it just looks really nice. So if you're interested in ordering one of my notebooks, you can order the colors that I have for individual sales on Etsy. My Etsy shop is questions.etsy.com, and I'll link that in the description below. If you're interested in ordering custom team notebooks, you can find more information about that on my website. I'll link that below as well. Ultimately, you need to contact me to have a consultation so we can figure out how many books you need, what your color scheme is going to be, and we place that order directly through me, not on my Etsy site. So I really hope you enjoyed learning more about how I make these notebooks and these covers. I think it's a really fun project, and I hope that everyone who's bought one loves theirs, and thank you so much for watching.